Hello everyone, it's YC here and I'm gonna make today a video about the Dutch Vanderland gang ideology and philosophy in the early events of Red Dead Redemption 2. So, first of all, let's talk about the context. The events occur in the end of the 19th century with the Industrial Revolution and the conquest of the Wild West and so on. The Industrial Revolution and the win of the North, US, and over the South Confederacy propagated the democratic liberal system politically and economically, created an oligarchy of entrepreneurs who invested in and gained profits from the rising economy, such like Rockefeller, Carnegie, and others. The conquest of the West faced resistance from people and communities living in a free nature. Indians, tribe Indians, naturalist or religious communities, and outlaws and others. So I can define Dutch Vanderland gang early ideology before he betrays himself and his gang in the events of Red Dead Redemption 2 as I can define them as naturalist, libertarian, socialist, or anarchist collectivism. Why? Because they're not just a gang running after money like Como Driscoll's one, for example, because they were defending ideals and principles. In the mission A Strange Kindness, in the end of the chapter 2, Hosea asked Dutch in the early cutscene, when do we stop? When we reach Paris?
Stop when we reach Paris?
Oh, that'd be nice. Join the commune. We stop when we find someplace sensible, shake them that's following us, and lie low.
This is lying low. We turned into a bunch of killers, I mean it. We ain't even got the delusion of being anything but a bunch of killers.
We are just trying to survive, Hosea. We don't have a choice. This'll end soon.
Damn right it will.
Constipated as usual.
And Dutch says, why not? Join the commune. Many players didn't notice the historical reference. Yes, he was talking about the Commune of Paris from March 1871 to May 1871, when the Parisian workers tried to make a revolution, a worker revolution against the French bourgeois states and the capitalist system. Even Karl Marx supported the movement, stating that it was the first proletarian revolution. The Commune, La Commune in French, began in reaction to the capitulation of the French government after the defeat of the Second Empire of Napoleon III, the nephew of Napoleon Bonaparte. It's not at random that Dutch used the Commune of Paris as an example to join in his utopian fight. It's because he shares the same ideology in reality. A matter of fact, Dutch's gang refuses the modernization because it means to submit to the rules of the central government controlled by the upper class. He's also against the civilization as a corruption of the pure nature and the community spirit.
When we heading west?
Soon? I don't know.
Feels like things have changed. The whole world's changed. They don't want folk like us no more. We're being hunted.
We are smarter than them. Only the feeblest of men take jobs in the government.
I hope so.
Trust Dutch, Mr. Morgan. You have to.
They got Micah! Dutch! Arthur!
What's going on?
They got Micah. He's been arrested for murder. He was in Strawberry
It's okay, son. Breathe.
They nearly lynched me. They got Micah and the sheriffs in Strawberry. And there's talk of hanging him.
Here's hoping.
Arthur,
What? The fool brought this on himself. You know my feelings about him,
you
Dutch.
think I can't see past his bluster to the heart inside? He is a fine man.
No, I ain't saving that fool.
I can't go. My face will be all over West Elizabeth. I am asking. He would do it for you.
I don't think he would, but fine, all right.
So what now, Dutch?
Now, reading, little son. We're not home free, but
You think they're off our backs?
for now, long enough for us to figure out what we're doing.
They're gonna let a bunch of criminals go after what we done.
We are not criminals. We are outlaws.
There's a difference?
Of course there is a goddamn difference, and when you figure out what that is, you'll know what the hell we're doing.
Well, feels like we're running, killing, and running some more.
Listen, these are tough times, of course, but now, this is when we have to be our strongest. We're gonna make it. We are gonna be okay, but please, Javier, I need you strong.
Okay.
Not okay, okay. Yes or no. Strong or weak. Which is it?
Strong. Strong.
Ain't like you to doubt Dutch.
I ain't doubting. I just want to understand the situation.
Good day, fine people. Mr. Vanderlinde, Mr. Matthews, I presume. And who are you?
Rip Van Winkle.
Huh. Good day, sir. Agent Milton, Pinkerton Detective Agency. Agent Ross. Ah, Mr. Morgan, nice to see you again.
And to what do we owe the pleasure, Agent Moron?
I don't know if you're aware, but this is a civilized land now. We didn't kill all them savages only to allow the likes of you to act like human dignity and basic decency was outmoded or not yet invented. This thing, it's done.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found only appetites.
And as a consequence, that lets you take what you please, kill whom you please, and hang the rest of us? Who made you the messiah to these lost souls you've led so horribly astray?
I'm nothing but a seeker, Mr. Milton.
You ain't much of anything more than a killer, Mr. Vanderlinde. But I came to make a deal. It's time. You come with me, and I give the rest of you 3 days to run off, disappear, and go and live like human beings someplace else.
You came for me? Risk life and limb in this den of lowlifes and murderers so that they might live and love? Ain't that fine?
I don't want to kill all these folk, Dutch. Just you.
In that case, it'd be my honor to join you. Excuse me, friends. I have an appointment to keep with...
I think your new friend should leave now, Dutch.
You're making a big mistake.
The individualist mentality that comes with capitalism and urbanization. In many aspects, it's socialist, like from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. That's a socialist principle. The player controlling Arthur Morgan has to contribute to the camp according to his earning. There is a common treasury where everyone has to contribute and benefits following the collective needs. It means that a person who cannot contribute, that does not contribute, but benefits from the system, and a person who can contribute has to do it. It's a duty.
This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss. I prefer robbing banks to usury. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it is time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
And, we need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Now, the girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to.
Another interesting libertarian aspect of the Vanderlyn gang is the horizontal command. Yeah, Dutch is the leader, but he was not a tyrant and frequently said that no one is forced to stay with him, and follows the advice of Hosea and Arthur in the first place, especially Hosea, and then Micah. The team has a boss, but constantly discuss his decision and plans with the others. He does not have an absolute authority on them. The last point I want to comment that shows that the Vanderlyn gang was very progressive compared to its historical context is its real inclusion. It was anti-racist and anti-sexist. At the time, the norm of the society was sexist and racist, but the gang wasn't. The gang included women and gave them major roles, particularly Sadie or Susan Grimshaw, but also Karen Jones. They also accepted Indians and blacks like Charles and Lenny, ethnic minorities.
We ain't ever talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here.
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch... You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right.
Ain't chopping vegetables for a living.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Was there insufficient feathers in your pillow?
I ain't lazy, Mr. Morgan. I'll work, but not this.
Well, ain't cooking work?
My husband and I, we shared the work. All of it. I was out in the fields. I can hunt, carry a knife, or use a gun. But I tell you, you keep me here, I'll skin this fat old coot and serve him for dinner.
Watch your damn mouth, you crazy goddamn fishwife!
Enough, both of you! Well, come with me, then. You want to head out there, run with the men? So be it. But we do more than just hunting. We're hunted. And them things hunting us, well, they got guns of their own.
I ain't afraid of dying.
Good. You need anything, Mr. Pearson? maybe me and Mrs. Adler gonna take a little ride.
Yeah, sure. Here's my list, and can you post this letter for me while you're there?
Sure. Come on, princess. Are you coming with me then, woman?
So I've graduated from chopping vegetables to shopping.
Shut your goddamn mouth. You know, I might have met these crazies before.
You been drinking again?
No. Well, yes, but no, that's not how I might have met them. I think some of them harangued me and Sadie when we were coming back with supplies.
Mrs. Adler?
Yeah. And Mrs. Adler did just fine. More than fine, actually. She's terrifying. But I got a notion these fellers is one and the same.
Yeah, we won't find no shortage of angry Peckerwood idiots in the state of Lemoyne. That's for sure.
Is it really that different in this state? We haven't come far.
It seems like it is.
These boys got a manner about them, but I haven't necessarily noticed.
All respect, Mr. Morgan. You wouldn't notice. Might call you a nigger lover. They see us riding like this. But most of it is a glance or a word. And after that, a visit in the night.
Out west, it's...
Out west is out west. And you're all who you are. Right? Decent folks. But some places down here, they judge differently.
Well, now, guess it can't be so easy for you, Lenny. Sorry you're caught up in this.
Well, I guess their gold's still shining, and their guns still shoot.
You cooled down then yet?
I guess. I ain't no scullion, and I sure as hell ain't taking orders from that sweating half-wit.
I guess we all gotta do our share, Princess. I go back and hear the speeches. I ain't voted before, but kinda getting hot for voting rights.
I don't know whether to take you seriously, Mr. Morgan. My cousins are my primary concern right now. If everyone knows about Penelope and me...
Everyone knows about Penelope and you. I know about Penelope and you, and why don't you drive?
Okay.
Come on, lady, get a move on.
I like Sadie, not lady.
I know.
Giddy up.
So, you get everything?
I think so.
And some new clothes, I see?
Don't start. I can wear what I damn well want. Like I told you, my husband and I shared all the work. I wasn't some little wife with a flower in her hair baking cherry pies all day.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. You sure look the part now. Won't be long before you're smoking cigars and playing the harmonica.
I'll have you know, I used to love playing the harmonica before. Well, my house and everything I own got burned to the ground.
I know. I'm real sorry about what you know. Maybe I'll keep my eye out for another one.
I don't want no pity. Just treat me equal and know nobody's taking nothing from me ever again.
We can also notice that the gang has no problem with the principle of women voting, women suffrage. The gang allowed women to participate in fights, which was really an exception at the time. Thank you everyone for what? This was my analysis of the Vanderlyn gang's doctrine or ideology of philosophy and everything. It was before that Dutch goes insane and follows Micah to the famous plan. But I'm talking about the original principles of the Vanderlyn gang. When Hosea was still alive, when Arthur was still supporting Dutch, etc. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'm gonna continue my walkthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2, all possibilities, and I just say take care and see you soon.